Welcome guys. Today we are comparing two different tablets from Samsung. Both are recent releases. One is the Galaxy Tab 4 8-inch version, and the other is the Tab Pro, which is 8.4-inch version. As you see, the main difference between these two tablets, immediately noticeable, is the size difference. This one is 8.4-inch, whereas this one is 8-inch. And let's see the specifications real quick. The 8-inch version has a lower resolution, which is 1280 by 800, while the Tab Pro has a much better resolution. And also the 8-inch has lower powered processor too, while the 8.4-inch has 2.3 GHz quad-core processor. And also the other noticeable difference between these two is the camera. The 8-inch one features only 3 megapixel camera without LED flash. The bigger one has 8 megapixel camera with flash plus 2 megapixel front compared to 1.3 megapixel front here. Other than that, the battery is a little underpowered here, and also the bigger one has 2 gigs of RAM, while this one has only 1.5 gigs of RAM. So that's the quick comparison of the specifications. These are the model numbers, as you see, T337. This one here is a Tmobile Galaxy Tab 4, which means it has LTE in it. This one is only Wi-Fi version. It does not have LTE, so you cannot access internet over signal. You can access internet only on Wi-Fi. Let me show you the actual tablets here. Take these boxes out. So that is the size difference between two, only 0.4-inch difference. Let's get this on, unlock. Alright, so as I said, this smaller version does not have any flash on it. It has the volume rockers and the power button and a SIM slot. Let me put this camera down so I can actually show you. Alright, there it is stable now. So as you see here, a SIM card slot here, because it is a Tmobile LTE, and the micro SD slot. You can expand this up to 68 GB, and you got IR for universal remote, so you can operate your TVs. This is actually a white version, but I got a black iBlazon screen protector installed on it. That's why it looks black, but underneath it's all white. You got a front-facing camera, and onto the left there are actually no ports. As you see, let me get this focused again. I don't see any ports. There are no ports on the left. That's pretty much it. Compared to this much better version of it, you got an 8 megapixel camera with a flash, and you got this stitched leather-like material. Actually not leather, it just mimics the leather, compared to this hard plastic material on the smaller one. And then here you got micro SD card slot. I believe you can at minimum expand this to 68 gigs. I'm not sure if you can expand this to 128 gigs, but I'm pretty sure you can. At the minimum you can expand it to 68 gigs or 64 gigs, and the resolution is much higher compared to the small one. It's very clear, and it's beautiful actually. And it also has the front camera. Let me try to get this focused here. Come on. there's the front camera and the sensor in the front. The other difference that I forgot to tell you guys is the bummer with this, the smaller inch version, is there is no sensor in front, which means there is no automatic brightness adjustment. You have to manually adjust the brightness. There is no auto sensing of brightness on the smaller tab, so you have to manually adjust the brightness. I find it really awkward and very inconvenient. I don't know why they dished it. I don't know how much is Samsung going to save by sacrificing a brightness sensor. This one has it, it's no problem at all. So the big difference between these two tablets is the bigger one has much better specs compared to the smaller one in every field, like processor, power, or memory, or even the storage. I believe it can be expanded to much higher capacity using micro SD, but I cannot confirm it. And then the cameras, 3 megapixel, 8 megapixel, no flash, a flash, and there's no automatic brightness adjustment on the small one, brightness adjustment automatic on the big one. So everything is better on the big one, but the price of this big one, 16 gigs version, is $253 at Best Buy, and this one, the smaller one from Tmobile LTE version, is $360 from Tmobile. Why? Because the small one has LTE connection. It can connect to internet without the requirement of Wi-Fi, because it has got a SIM here. There is a SIM right there, T-Mobile SIM. So everything less in every field. Comparison on the list compared to this Tab 4, but how much? $253 versus $360. That's $110 more pricier than the bigger one. So it's up to you guys. If you want an LTE version, you should go for this, even though the screen resolution is less, but it's a decent tablet. The RAM is slow. It is actually small. It's only 1.5 gigs, but I did not see much lag on this. It's still fine compared to this 2 gigs RAM on this one. Both are 16 GB models. Other than that, let me see if I forgot anything else. Both are micro SD power cables, so I don't think these are USB 3.0. They both are USB 2.0. And even the bigger one has got, let me get this focused, IR blaster. So you can even use this one for controlling your TV or any other IR compatible device. What else is the difference between these two? Both have GPS, which is a good feature, and they both are GLONASS. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the difference between a regular device which has just a GPS receiver and the tablets like Samsung that has GLONASS or GLONASS, I don't know how to spell it. The difference is GLONASS uses some Russian satellites or something. So they, when I googled it on Wikipedia, it says that the tablets with this sensors, so they can grab the satellite signal 20% faster than the tablets that has only GPS receivers. So that's a good point on these tablets. If you have Samsung, pretty much they all come with this GLONASS sensors. What else should I say? Both are multi-mode capable devices. You can operate apps more than one app at a time. So they have multi-mode here. So you enable it, and then to the side you can bring the menu here. Same thing on this one here too. This is multi-mode capable too. On the side you have this menu. The one thing I noticed is on this one I can operate Spotify on multi-mode multi-mode system. Let's see, I have the Spotify on. Where did it go? Spotify. And then if I want to operate another app on the same screen, say example iHeartRadio, oh yeah, it doesn't support. For some reason Spotify does not support multimedia, multi-mode capability. Only these apps that you see on the right side, only they are supported. Same as for this one. And both are KitKat devices, 4.4.2. Let's go to the system settings and have a quick look at general about device. So that is it, 4.4.2. And then the big one here, device controls, general about device, 4.4.2, same thing here. That is the thickness difference. I don't know if you guys can see it, but oh, I accidentally pressed. Well, since it is playing, let's hear the sound. That's the maximum sound. So that's the sound on the small one. Even the bigger one has, oh wait, bigger one has got 2 speakers. As I told you, everything is better in the bigger one, except that it does not have an LTE sensor or a signal receiving thing. I don't know if I have any songs on this, but let's try to play. Connect it on Wi-Fi and let's try to play something real quick. iHeartRadio.
Hey 2B and Remy Martin VSOP is giving you a chance to be VIP at the Big Jam Experience. Click here to enter to win your chance into the Remy Martin VSOP VIP Lounge. Remy Martin VSOP Phoenix Champagne Cognac. Things are getting interesting.
The sound is much better on the bigger one, and the screen is much better too. You see guys, that's pretty much about these 2 tablets. All depends on you want an LTE signal or not. This one is on Tmobile LTE, without LTE, both are 16 GB. Once again, 16 gigs model, Wi-Fi version, $253 plus taxes around some $20 or $15. So it totals up to like $265 to $270, anywhere between that for this one. And this one here is $360 before tax. So with tax it's somewhere around $370 to $380, between that. That's pretty much about this. 2 tablets here. Once again, those are the 2 tablets. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Thank you for watching the video.